Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mongoolie Show. Today we're going to take a look at Marvel Snap and one of my personal favorite decks, the Patriot. Now this deck is all about flooding the board with tokens, buffing those tokens, making them really big, and just overwhelming your opponent. I love this deck and it's a lot of fun. And if you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe and check back often because we're going to make a lot more Marvel Snap videos coming up soon. Enjoy. Patriot is your namesake in this deck. He is going to be what makes the deck really work. You don't need him, you can win games without him, but he's definitely one of the strong pieces, and he's kind of important if you actually want to build this deck. He's a 3/1, and he has an ongoing ability that he's going to give +2 power to any character you have that doesn't have abilities. Now this does include tokens that you can make, and that's going to be one of the focal points of this deck. You're also going to have Blue Marvel, who is a 5/3 and has an ongoing ability of your other cards have +1 power. He's really, really strong. Even if you can't find your Patriot, he's going to make everything on your team, except for himself, +1, and that's really good. Our third buff piece is Kazar, who has an ongoing ability that your 1-cost cards have +1 power. He's also a 4/4, so he's a pretty strong card just on his own, but if you can get him with an Ultron or a Debris, you're really going to start noticing his power. And last is Mystique, who isn't a buff piece in theory, but can be used after playing any one of your other three, especially Patriot, and just make your deck that much stronger. If you can actually manage to get Patriot, Mystique, Kazar, and Blue Marvel all down on the field, and then play an Ultron, all of those Ultron bots are 7/7s now, and that's really strong. Now, the downside to Mystique is if you don't get her in the right order, she's useless, which really hurts. And she does nothing on her own, and there's a lot of ways to counter her, but there's some good plays you can have with her, as you'll see when we start playing the actual deck. I definitely think she's worthwhile in this deck, but she is replaceable if you don't have her. She's not necessary for the deck to work. There are a couple of people like Misty Knight who have no abilities, and that obviously is to work with the Patriot. She is a 1/2, so she also works with Kazar, and of course everybody works with Blue Marvel. Shocker, just like Misty Knight, has no abilities. He's a 2/3, he's just there to be on curve, and if we can get him to work, fantastic. Our final card with no ability is Thing. He's a 4/6, he's a pretty decent beater, and he gets bigger with Blue Marvel and your other buff pieces, especially Patriot. But he doesn't do anything. He's just there if you can't find your ideal line, he gives you another option to win. Debris is our first card that makes tokens. She's a 3/3, and on reveal, she's going to add a rock to every other location, including your opponent's. Now, it won't give a rock to the location she's at on your opponent's side, but the other 2 locations will get rocks. The bonus is, because the rocks are 1/0s, Kazar hits them, Blue Marvel hits them, and of course Patriot hits them. So on our side, they're bonuses, and on the opponent's side, they're negatives. If you can play this and it lands in such a way that it stops them from putting their fourth card into a certain location, it feels really, really nice. Dr. Doom is a 6/5 who makes 5 power Doom bots at the other 2 locations. That's the worst case scenario. The 2 Doom bots will get bigger if you've got Patriot in play, so that's a really nice way of looking at it. So you kind of want to put your Dr. Doom in your weakest location and have the other ones go somewhere where they're needed to buff them up. And last, we've got our Ultron. He is a 6/8, he is a powerhouse. On reveal, he's going to put 4 1/1 drones in each of your other locations. This is really strong, so you're going to get, worst case scenario, 8 in one location, 4 in the other 2 locations. But of course, Kazar hits these, Blue Marvel hits these, and Patriot hits these. So you can actually make each one of those drones 7/7s, and that's really strong. That's a lot of power for your opponent to have to try and deal with. And even in the location where you put Ultron, that's still 8 power. He's fantastic. Now, the first of our 2 tech pieces is Storm. She's a 3/2, and on reveal, she's going to flood the location that you're in so that you only get 1 more turn to play there. Now, the fun part of that is you can still put Doombots and drones and rocks, I guess, in that location. So if you can shut down a location early, your opponent can't put a bunch of stuff there, and you know on turn 6 you're going to drop stuff there, it feels really good. Also, if you've got a location that's just not good for you or is going to benefit your opponent, you can get rid of that location entirely. I think she's a wonderful piece. I like her better than Scarlet Witch, and I've never seen anybody play Rhino, so this is my go-to if I want to change a location, especially with the ability to lock the location down. It really, really works for this deck. And the last card in this deck is actually kind of a new addition for me. Invisible Woman is maybe one of my favorite cards to play in this deck now, because I kept getting hit with Enchantress and it just was so frustrating. And Invisible Woman works around that. She is a 2/2 with an ongoing ability. Cards you play here are not revealed until the game ends. What that means is you can put Invisible Woman on turn 2, Patriot turn 3, Mystique turn 4, and an Ultron on turn 6. Your other 2 locations are wide open for those drones to come in. The drones are all going to be 5/5s, and you can't get Enchantress out of this. It's really good. It feels really strong. It's a nice little protection because this deck isn't super fragile, but like when it does get picked apart, it hurts. So the ability to kind of like put that wall up and just be like, no, you can't do anything about this, feels good. Now, when you do that and they put a Cosmo on the other side of the table, that hurts your Mystique quite a bit and can really destroy your Ultron, but well, you can't do anything against everything. I don't think there's a really good tech against Cosmo other than just playing in multiple lanes, but for this, beats your Enchantress, I really like it. And that's the deck. Let's go play some games and see how it works. Alright, game number 1, let's see how this goes. Luke's Bar, fantastic for us, I'm not worried about it. We've got an Ultron in our hand, which is exactly what we want. We've got a Blue Marvel, which is what we want, and a Mystique. Really good. If we can pick up a Patriot in the next 2 turns, we are going to be super happy. We also need a location we can play him in. Murder World. Not great. That'll slow us down a turn if this isn't a viable option. And we did not get our Patriot. So, things could get interesting. We're going to draw an extra card. That's nice. And this is a safe location that we can play in. So both of those are good things. We have not found our Patriot. So let's just get rid of this place. Make it a second safe place to land, and it kind of forces our opponent to play a card there if they can. They've got a Lockjaw. Lockjaw's fun. I have not made a great Lockjaw deck, but I'm happy for those who have. This is the last turn we can play a card here, so let's go ahead and drop a Kazar. We could have dropped a Thing, he'd be a bit stronger, but Kazar's going to have a better overall effect on the game, I think. Gets the Lockjaw, the Jubilee. Okay, so it's getting strong over here. That's terrifying. We are going to have an Ultron in this location, so that's going to be strong. And a Blue Marvel. So when we drop the Ultron, we'll be dropping 3/3s. So we're almost guaranteed to get the middle, and we should get Luke's Bar. We probably won't get Nova Roma. But we'll see what our opponent does. Who knows? Maybe they've got a Scarlet Witch or a Storm of their own. There's our Patriot. Way too late to be viable. We're going to drop the Ultron and hope that that's enough. It won't win us Nova Roma, but maybe we can get the other 2 locations. And let's snap, because why not? I'm feeling reckless. Oh, he's got a Doom of his own. Not enough to help you, though, son. I think we've got this. Let's drop this bad boy down. Boom, 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 boom. We win Luke's Bar easily. Do we win over here? My math is slow. Oh, it's looking like we do, son! Get those 2 points. 2 points! Alright, here we are in game number 2. Let's see if we can do that again. The Peak. Each card in your hand switches its power and other cost. So that makes Mystique amazing. Kind of hurts Misty Knight and Shocker, but so be it. The Mystique being free, I will take. Let's hope we can find a Patriot. Alright, Luke's Bar. We love Luke's Bar. Luke's Bar works well for us. Okay, even if we do Mystique after Blue Marvel, because she's free, we can do both on turn 5. That still feels pretty good. We'll throw the Misty Knight down, because why not? We're not doing anything else with our power, and let's see what happens. Yellow Jacket and Mr. Sinister. Okay, what are you playing with a Sinister and a Yellow Jacket put together? Get out of there. Number 3, we still have not found our Patriot yet, and that's going to hurt. When you play a card here, add a copy to your opponent's hand. Ooh, what do we want to give our opponent? Do we play a Debris and just send these guys flying all over the place? I feel like we do. We're going to give our opponent some, but we have the Blue Marvel, so we're feeling pretty good that ours is stronger. And it gives us something in Luke's Bar. So if we do get a Kazar or a Patriot, then we're feeling pretty happy. Now remember, because the Mystique is free, we can get a Patriot on turn 5 and still feel pretty happy. That is not a Patriot. Alright, but it is Kazar, and I like Kazar. So we're going to throw him down. We would give one to our opponents. We're not going to do that. Don't want our opponent to have a Kazar. We do also need either a Doctor Doom or an Ultron to really finish this off. But right here, right now, we're still riding this a little bit. I'm not feeling super confident, but I do like our chances. So he's going to get another Mr. Sinister clone and get rid of that guy. So he's got 4 power there. I think we can do better than that. I hope we can do better than that. Give me an Ultron. All right, baby. Okay, we're feeling pretty good. If we throw down a Blue Marvel and a Mystique... I don't want to give him access to the Blue Marvel. I will throw the Mystique down and he can get that, and that's fine. And then next turn we play the Ultron and hope that's enough. I'm still not feeling super solid about our position, but here we go. Loving that Mr. Sinister. He's getting a lot of work out of him. Unfortunately, he's just a 2-2. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling decent. What can he possibly do? Huh. Famous last words, right? Okay, so we're going to put 3... So we got 1, 2, 3. So we can put 3 3/3s. 4 4s. We can put 3 4 4s. Or 5 6 7. Or 1 7 7. So I think Ultron is obviously the way to go. He's already full up over here, so we win over there. We snapped already? We did. Let's do this. I think we're sitting really pretty unless he's got something amazing. I don't even know what he could have at this point. Does he have his own Patriot? Because that would be pretty strong. Would that be enough? Additional 2 power there does nothing. Additional 6 power there could be pretty good. Additional 2 power there? Yeah. 4 power there. No, I think we got this. I think we're feeling pretty good. Game 2 should be in the bag. Famous last words. I know. Don't tempt fate. What are you waiting for, my friend? Hit that button. Think your way through this. You got this, Jen. Nightcrawler, debris. Okay. And Cerebro. Interesting. Didn't look like that did a whole lot. I think you just lost pretty hard, son. All 3 locations, no less. 4 points. Getting better. Alright, this is a pretty decent opening hand. Your power here is granted to other locations as well. We like that, but we like that near the end. So we don't want to play there, and that's fine because we don't have a 1-drop anyways. So we're doing okay in game 3. After each turn, cards here have +1 power. Also very strong, but not what we're looking to do necessarily. So let's throw a Shocker down there just so we can start getting stronger. The problem is if we put an Invisible Woman there, because the other cards don't reveal until the end, they're not going to gain the benefit from that power. And if our opponent is gaining the benefit, that can be a lot of power over the course of a game. So if we throw down Shocker, he can be getting stronger. And then if we get a Patriot, then we're just laughing. We did not get a Patriot. We are not looking super happy because unfortunately we can't play Kazar and then Invisible Woman because that's our Blue Marvel turn. We also don't currently have one of our heavy hitters to close out the game. So what I think we're going to do, maybe we just throw an Invisible Woman down and just hope for a Patriot. Worst case scenario, we can just throw some heavy stuff down there and once it gets revealed, it'll be good. Right? I think that's the play. Our opponent hasn't played anything yet, so here's hoping. In theory, these are all pretty decent locations for us. We're just not getting the right cards tonight. It's kind of hurting. And that is kind of the problem with this deck. There he is! Welcome to the club, son. Get over there. Our opponent still hasn't played anything, so are they just going to drop a huge Infinite on us? That seems dumb. This could be the turn they could drop a She-Hulk. If they saved up their energy from last turn, I think that's how that works. They could drop a She-Hulk this turn, an Infinite next turn, but if we get an Ultron, I just don't think we care. We can throw a Patriot down. If we pull an Ultron, Sunspot. Okay. He's pretty happy with it, whatever he's got going on. I'm going to go ahead and throw a Mystique down. I'm going to throw a Mystique in the middle. The Mystique... Oh, nope. I'm going to throw a Mystique... I'm going to throw a Mystique over here. And we'll throw Misty Knight in the middle. And we really, really need our Ultron to show up. If we get a Dr. Doom, that's fine. Heck, I would even take Debris at this point. Oh, I said it and I felt bad about it instantly. But she's not the worst. If I put her here, she'll get a bit stronger. And she's going to throw big things on either side. I have to assume he's going to put an Infinite down. Because he hasn't done anything. Right? Like, Is there another good play? Like, he hasn't even been discarding things. Like, nothing has been going on. If he throws an Infonaut down here, that's 24 power that he's going to spread everywhere. That's a lot. I think that wins him the game. It's only 4 power. Let's see if he's got it. He must. Nope. I don't know what he's thinking. Alright. That should be good for us. And that's good for a win. 4 points. Not really what our deck was looking to do. It looked a little choppy there, but you see how even when you don't get your heavy hitter at the end, you can still pull out a win. Now, admittedly, I don't know what the crap my opponent was doing. That was a terrible game for him. But for us, that's a clean win. I'm going to take it. I really want to show you a win like we're supposed to. We've got a Patriot and a Mystique. If we can get... Ooh, Kazar is good. This is looking... There it is. Opening hand, we got everything we want. Now, as long as our opponent doesn't mess with us too much, this could be the one. This could be the round that actually looks the way we want it to. We've got one good location. Hopefully we got a Luke's bar. Especially if we can get a cards can't be played here. That would be fantastic. Oh, it just gets better and better. Whew. All right. We don't even care about winning those 2 extra cards. Let our opponent have them. We've got everything we need here. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Done. You know, I might even lie. I might not even play Kazar. Honestly, I might not. Patriot goes there. We get happy. If he throws a Cosmo down at some point, that's going to be a little unfortunate, but this is probably the turn that he would do it if he was going to do it. When a card moves here, destroy it. That's totally fine with us. That doesn't even screw up our plan. Our opponent is not hurting us one bit. I guess technically we could have played a Misty Knight after playing the Mystique, but we're still happy playing the Mystique. That's all we really want to do, isn't it? Take it, Daredevil. Nobody played there. Is this even a real opponent? What is going on? So, there's no reason to not play a Kazar over here and say end turn. We're going to throw our Ultron on the far left, and we're going to feel really, really good about ourselves, and that's the win I wanted for you, because this deck is working perfectly right now. We really don't want to see that. That was a little unfortunate. Not what I was thinking, but a little unfortunate. But I still think we do okay. We're going to lose the left lane, but I think we're going to win the other 2. So, now the question is, do we go 8 or 8? That'll put us at 12, and that'll give us 2, 4, 5, 6s? Yeah, I feel like this is the right play. This will give us 12 here, and then 6, 8, nah, 6, 8, 6, 12, 18, 24 in the middle. I feel pretty good about that. Feels so good I'm going to snap. Let's do it. Show me your hands. What do you got? You haven't played anything in the other 2 locations. Are we going to see a Galactus? Ooh, no. Good. Whew. Galactus would have been bad for us. And he revealed first, so that could have been real bad. There are only 2/2s, and we've already won the game. Look how big they're going to get. We're going to crush this one. Boom. Boom. The animation on Mystique could get a little bit quicker. It's a little slow, but so be it. 24 and 12 wins us the game. It's exactly what you want to see. And it's just that easy. That's the deck. I love it. It works beautifully. I am climbing the ranks a little slower this season. I just haven't had as much time as I'd like, but it's still working out wonderfully. I love it. How do you feel about the deck? Any improvements? Anything you want me to put in this deck or switch in or switch out? Let me know down below. If you think it's a dirty deck and you don't like it, tell me. If you made it this far, give me a like, throw a subscribe down. I'm going to make more content like this, and if you like this content, you might as well come back and see it. I'll see you in the next one. Good luck to you.